This is Gary Butterfield.
This is Cole Ross.
And this is Monster, my podcast.
And this is The Rust Monster.
There's a monster in my podcast.
Classic.
I love these guys.
He's a real cutie.
I love everything about them is adorable. They're just looking for food.
Looking for food. I love that they just care about their one, so they do not have grand designs. They only wish to be well fed.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, buddy.
There have been many accounts of mages approaching a rust monster, and the only reaction from the beast was a cursory sniff, then a leisurely departure.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
And I like that they don't they rust things with their antenna. That's weird. Their antenna just touches things. It's like, that's it.
And then they go and lick up the dust. Yeah.
Yeah.
And otherwise, these are just kind of big bugs, like 5 foot long bugs, which is upsetting enough on its own. But they're not like aggressive or hostile to people. It seems like they would only hurt you accidentally.
Yeah. And they mostly get your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They mostly just want to fuck with their things. And for an adventure, like a fighter, you don't want, I have a bunch of iron stuff that I don't want to have destroyed. As a person, I feel like if I look around, 95% of the things in my house right now are non-ferrous metals.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly woods and plastics.
Yeah.
And probably aluminums, probably non-ferrous metal. There's probably some, so I'd have to make some adjustments to keep one of these things around, but it wouldn't be impossible.
Yeah.
And when I say keep one of these around, I don't want a 5 foot long bug living in my house no matter what.
Right.
Even waking up with it crouched over my face, sniffing me for metal. Would it be enough for me to die of a heart attack and never come back? But the not come back as a revenant, a fear revenant. But the I just mean if I ran into one, or if somebody mailed me one, something like that. Okay, somehow I ended up with one in my house.
Like a big crate with air holes in it. Yeah. Yeah,
and it just says, Fallout 5, and I'm like, oh shit, and I open it up, and the thing pops out, and I'm like, well, this sucks, but I'm not going to actually be affected that much. I'm just going to be really terrified. Run into the corner, call somebody. I don't know who. But...
I'm just picturing one of these smelling some of the components of somebody's pacemaker.
Oh my god!
Just cracking them open like a turtle for treasure.
My friend who's visiting, my friend Derek, has a steel plate in his leg from when he got hit by a car.
Okay.
And just imagining that, it's just smelling his leg, and it keeps sniffing his leg and humping his leg and stuff. And I'm like, oh, don't worry about him. He only eats metal. And my friend Derek's like, oh, and it's just slowly eating the cloth.
Yep.
The pant. Pants is what I was looking for. But
the cloth, the shroud that he, the shroud that all of us wear.
I broke it down to its basic element.
Yeah, in the Zardoz future. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like that these team up with the carrion crawler. It's like a real men at work kind of situation.
Yeah. Even though I remember the carrion crawler being more, I think the carrion crawler was more malicious than this.
Yeah. If confronted in conflict, I believe so. Yes. However, both of these will their role is to clean up the biome as they go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think the carrion crawlers are a little bit more nasty.
Mm-hmm.
They're more likely to attack because they're trying to turn you into carrion. But right. It is, that's they're also not evil or anything. And those things look like gigantic, caterpillars.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely buddies, and the same illustrator did both of them. And I want to see a buddy comedy kind of thing, like Men at Work, or like Hooch and Hooch.
Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv.